Hey y'all, welcome to episode 18 of the Big Boy Basics. Today we're going through the full body workout day 1, workout A. So we're going to do a warm-up because today we're squatting or we're doing a leg variation that you choose, but I'm going to choose a squat because that's my favorite. So I have a full dynamic warm-up video that I'm going to post here. I've already did a video, so I don't really feel like remaking it, even though that is an awkward John YouTube stage. Well, that's fine. It's still a fine video. So I'm doing that warm up here, so I'm not going to go over everything of what you need to do for a lower body warm up. Now, generally when I warm up with the barbell, I don't have a specific scheme. I kind of use the barbell, focus on pushing super quick with that, add on a plate, do that, warm up with like reps at 10, then add on a plate, depending what my reps are. Today I'm doing 4 to 6 for my working sets, so I'm probably going to do like 225 for 8, and then put on another plate, 315 for let's say 6, and I'm not using my belt or knee sleeves just so I can get some good bracing. And then when I get to my working set, I'm actually going to put on my belt and knee sleeves. Now with these, I'm doing reps of 4 to 6 as I said, and the RPE is going to be generally lighter because I'm on my barbell squat. So let's say 7 to 8 for a barbell squat is what I was shooting for today, because I already squatted earlier in the week. But I wanted to film this full body workout and show you guys what my full effort sets actually look like, how I actually train. Earlier in the Big Boy Basics, you saw a lot of training clips, but I wouldn't say most of those were actually how I train. You know, they're just filming B-roll for the exercises, okay? I wasn't going to do 15 exercises for chest in a day, all max effort. That would have just torn me up. So any clip you see in this video is how my intensity actually is when I train. So that'll be a good gauge. So again, in the full body workout, if you didn't want a barbell squat, you have 4 options. You have the barbell squat, you have a hack squat, you have a leg press, and you have a front squat. Good enough variation, but it's not going to overcomplicate training where you're wondering what to do. So after you squat, move on to the machine roll. Same thing, I'm warming up. I got some lightweight, pushing my chest against the pad, get those lats firing. I have another warm-up set with a little heavier weight, just going for high reps like 10 to 15, and then I have my actual working set. So with these, I'm shooting for 8 to 10. The first one I actually got a lot more reps than I anticipated because I've been barbell rowing a lot, and then that strength transferred to the machine row. So after the first set, I figured I'd go for 12 reps, and then I bumped up the weight some more so I could fail within that 8 to 10 rep range. Yes, I'm failing on the machine row. It is a compound, but the chance of injury on this is so low, so you really can just push it to failure. So I was at RPE 9 or 10 every set for this. If you didn't want a machine row in the program, you could barbell row, dumbbell row, cable row, do your inverted row. Really, you could row. Today was a rowing day for workout 1, so you choose what you wanted. Now on this last set of the barbell row, I wanted to point out the intensity I had, right? I was getting real grindy for some of those reps. That last one looked like it could have been failure, but I still went for one more. I had like a second pause in the middle, but I kept going. So next is the dumbbell overhead press. So this would have been a shoulder pressing slot. I already barbell overhead press in the week, so I'm not going to do it again. So I have barbell over press you can do. You can do the dumbbell like I'm doing. I'm doing seated. You can do standing, as I said. I don't care. You can do the Arnold press or wall-assisted handstand push-ups. So that first clip was a warm-up. This is also a warm-up with the 55s, gauging how I was feeling. And then I tried a first set with the 55s, but as I said, I've been working on my dumbbell overhead press too, so it was a lot easier than I anticipated. I got above 8 to 10 reps, so I figured it's time for the 60s. So with the 60s, you can tell the movement was a lot slower, but it's going good, you know. So with these, I'm also going to train close to failure, RP 9 or 10, mainly because I'm braced against the seat. On my dumbbell overhead press, I usually stop around RPE 9. I don't really care going to failure. I don't know why my body finds them super fatiguing failing on an overhead press, so I usually keep it a rep or 2 shy of failure and just in my logbook and just shoot for 1 extra rep per week. Yes, progress is slow, but that's fine because when you get more advanced, that's what progress tends to look like. So this overhead press set is really good to actually gauge what the grinders feel like, right? Towards the end, you can see I'm getting super slow. So my question is, how many guys would you use stopped at that rep? or a rep before, right? You see I'm breathing, taking in a deep breath, and then look how slow that rep is. Such a grinder. Probably took like 2-3 seconds, okay? So that's what RPE 10 looks like. So next I'm gonna do a superset. And this is a silly superset. It's a cable fly with a barbell preacher curl. But that's what was open, and filming the workouts was taking way too long. So I was gonna speed it up. So with the supersets, as I said, do an exercise, rest 30 seconds, do the other one, the rest of the full allotted time. That's generally how I do it. So it'd be like 2 minutes in between. So with the cable fly, I did do a warm-up set. I didn't want to drag a barbell over to the barbell preacher curl just to take it back. So I'm just warming up with a barbell curl. It'll transfer over enough. Then in my first working set with the cable fly, I'm shooting for 12 to 15 reps in this one. Now you can do the cable fly, which is my favorite. You can do a machine fly, or you can do a dumbbell fly in the program. So your choice, you pick what you want. Generally higher reps will be better for this one. Sometimes I like heavier, like 8 to 10. That'd be heavy for me, but most people would do high reps in this category. You can see how slow they're really getting. That is a good effort cable fly set. And then you do have the barbell preacher curl. So you can do barbell curl, cable curl, barbell preacher curl. Really any curl that's going to use both your hands at the same time. Okay, so this is the day slot we're using both your hands on our barbell, or an attachment that puts both your hands on the same attachment on the cable. So again, good hard effort sets. I'm doing 3 sets of 3 for each of these. Now, as I mentioned on the bicep and tricep videos, you can do 2 weekly sets for each exercise, so that'd be 6 weekly sets total, since you're working out 3 times a week. So, but I'm gonna do 3 sets today, so that's 9 weekly sets, which will be good for growth. But if you're just beginning, just consider 2 for the biceps and triceps for each workout. Also, day 1 is the day you can swap out a bicep or tricep exercise for a hamstring curl variation. As I mentioned earlier in the series, if you want more hamstring work, this would be a good day to switch it out, and then you can keep 3 sets for the biceps or triceps and get 6 weekly sets on those. Because you're only getting 1 day of direct hamstring work in the workout for 3 sets, it'll be activated on other ones. But if you want more, so you can do a curl, lying leg curl today, or seated leg curl, and then on day 2 you can do the hinge, you can do the Romanian, okay? So just keep that in mind. So my next superset is gonna be triceps and abs. I know another silly superset, but that's what was open. It was a little packed earlier, and now the gym's completely empty, except for that guy. So I'm gonna warm up my triceps. I'm doing close grip bench since we didn't do a horizontal press today. So I have close grip bench. I'm gonna keep my warm up here, and then I'm also going abs. So I'm running to the other side of the gym to do the cable crunch. But with this, I am doing another warm up. It's just 1 set to warm up the abs, since it's towards the end of the workout. So for close grip bench, I'm going for reps of 8 to 10, really trying to squeeze those triceps against my side. If you didn't want a close grip bench, you could do tricep push-ups, tricep dumbbell press, or tricep dips, right? So the opportunity to choose is yours on this workout. And I know you see on the right, I didn't follow the exact order again for the supersets. The last 4 exercises, if you want to superset, I was just using what was available at the gym, what was open at that time. So I wasn't overcomplicating it. I was just keeping it simple and just doing what I could at that time, okay? So with the cable crunch, really focus on rounding over, squeezing those abs. I'm not trying to pull the weight down with my arms, because then you're pulling with your back. I'm trying to pull with my abs. So I'm just keeping my arms in that general lengthened position. And for these, I am doing 3 sets each. As I said with the biceps, if you want 2 sets for the triceps today, feel free to do that. So you can get still a good response, but you might not need that much volume if you are a beginner. But for this workout, I did do 3 sets of each exercise. So it's 21 total sets for the workout for me. And then guys, if you didn't want to do the cable crunch, you have some options. You can just do a standard crunch, you can do the crunch machine, the cable crunch like I'm doing right now, and then a decline crunch on a decline bench. Okay, so you have options for what crunch you want to choose. This is the part of the video where I need to flex, so check this out. Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed workout A, day 1. See you on day 2 next week. Peace.